imagine the year is, let's say, 1999. I know you're a huge Britney fan. Like, why was it Britney over Christina for you?
There's not even a comparison. Like, I mean, I love Christina, but there's just not, it's totally different. Like Britney has given us, first of all, her music, and look, Christina's voice is so powerful, but Britney just seemed like more relatable or something. She was just Britney Spears. Like, I just don't even think there's a comparison with her and Christina. I really don't. And of course, as I got older and as we got older, me and her and all of us, and just seeing how down to earth and how she was just, this girl could afford anything in the world. She's not out there buying bags. Her old assistant said she wanted to give people money and stuff. She's just, her heart is solid gold, that girl. You could tell.
Totally. So humble. I mean, so humble and down to earth, like a true Louisiana girl.
Exactly. How do we think she's doing now, though? What do you think?
Um, honestly, the Instagram is very troubling. Like anybody that's like being honest about it, like if you're reading those like here's the truth of what I think. And I don't know why anybody's not talking about this. Her whole life, she was overly sexualized from a young age. And then she was put in this conservatorship where everything was controlled, like her image, the music, the tours, everything. Now that she's finally free, she's doing the same thing, posting photos of her body. It's still this over sexualization. So there's something she is programmed to that this is her worth.
Yeah. I'm worried. I mean, I pray that she's, that she's gonna end up okay.
Like, what is your take? Like, what did you like when you read the captions or see the photos that she's posting? I mean, what do you think of the boyfriend?
Right. I'm just like, who's around her? Has anyone ever been around her that's in her corner that actually like is protecting her? I don't know. I really don't know. And that's scary. And also someone that's been through so much fucking trauma. So much. I can't even imagine. I mean, literally, like season 13 of RHONY fucked me up in the head. I can't imagine what it's like being Britney Spears. That's a million times harder. And like just that documentary that we all saw, like, and we all like Diane Sawyer and fucking Matt Lauer and like, all these people like coming at her and judging her and being so harsh on her and being a new mom and having to deal with postpartum and everything and like having mental health issues and having people laugh at it. And I can't imagine how she has so much healing to do. And is it happening? I hope.
Actually, like your earliest like sexual experiences were with like girls. Was that at Sacred Heart or like in Connecticut at the high school?
It was in the city, but it was in high school. It was in like ninth grade, I think. Ninth grade or 10th grade. And my parents read about it in my diary. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't add that into the book. Yeah. The rehab counselor said, look through her diary to find out how much drugs and, and drinking she's doing. And then they read all about my threesome with my two friends. And it talks explicitly about what we all did to each other. And my father and mother read it.
What did they say?
They said, we know what you did with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I was like, like, what? Like, ugh.
And you dated a married couple.
I did.
How was that?
That was pretty intense. I think
talk to me about that.
Yeah, that was, so I actually kind of liked the woman, right? But she had her husband, boyfriend guy. So she was like, oh, I can't really like, there was like a connection with us. Like it was emotional. Like, look, women don't, I think if I had women like hitting on me or like asking me out on a date, I would do it. Like, and I'd be open, but I just don't have that. So and I'm not going after it, but with her, it was a very immediate kind of, she was like flirting with me and stuff and she's beautiful. And I think I was maybe hypomanic at the time. I was just very horny, like a very horny person. Like I'm just not now, And for whatever reason, I was just extremely horny this one summer. I mean, actually, it was for years. I was very horny. And I don't know if it was like a primal you know, sex is such a, I don't want to say it's like low vibration shit, but it kind of can be. And I think I wasn't at the best point in my life during those years. So I was seeking that kind of external pleasure. And maybe I'm not right now because I feel pretty decent, you know, and I don't need that distraction. But it was fun. It didn't last that long because it was just too intense. Like I don't want to be in a throuple, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like,
Would you ever be in a relationship with a woman? Like suppose that woman didn't have the guy attached. Like is that something you'd be open to? Like if there was that connection?
I think so. Like I think I would be, but like again, it's just I haven't had a relationship. I mean, I've had sex with women, but I haven't had like a relationship with a woman. So, but my friend who's married to a woman who's had sex with plenty of guys, you know, I kind of asked her like maybe I could be with a woman. I don't know. She was, I just feel like I can be myself more than I can be in front of a man. And I'm like, God, I totally identify with that. Like,
Honestly, Leah, it's a nightmare. Don't bother. You're lucky. Go. No, you don't want it. It is a nightmare. It'll drive you back to the psych ward. Skip it.
Okay. I guess. All right. I'll just stay non-date. I mean, I'm just not dating and I'm not having sex and I'm happy like with that. It's just so much, you know, and I have things to do. I have other things to do.
You sort of speak to how you don't subscribe to the societal pressures of needing to be in a relationship. And I wonder if perhaps that's because you already have a kid and like most people are driven to be in relationships because they want to have a kid.
Exactly. I'm very lucky in that way. I had my daughter early. Her dad's cool, you know, obviously more than cool. We're like great friends. I'm in a like lucky position, but I do have people who are like, don't you still want to be in a relationship? Don't you feel like that's missing? I'm like, I don't really feel like anything's missing.
Tell me what you meant by sex being a low vibration thing. What does that mean?
I know that sounds like bad. I don't know. Just like for me at that time, it was a low vibration thing. Like, I don't know. It wasn't great for my spirit, I don't think. Like when I was doing that, that's why, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also just like primal shit. Like that's why like that attraction goes away with couples, you know, and then you build something deeper. So it's just like, it's a very base like instinct, you know?
What else were you? So, okay, so we talked about like you love Madonna and Howard Stern. What else were you into? I mean, like, so